Anyway, one of the brothers is called Kaname, and oh my dear lord, he is such a pervy character, honestly, like so pervy. You're like, what are you doing? Hello everyone, it's Luli, and today I'm going to be starting a new video series in which I will be talking about voice actors, or otherwise known as Seiyuu, that commonly appear in Otome games. So, basically what I'll be doing is I will be bringing up, I'll pick a voice actor, then I will kind of talk about what kind of voice he has and why it's good. Then I'll give you a few examples of what games he is in, as well as what characters he starts as. And yeah, basically it'll be fangirling goodness, as is always the case in my videos. But anyway, before I start, as is always the case, note that although I would not consider any of what I include in this video as spoilers, I'm aware that what you consider spoilers and what I consider spoilers may not quite align. So if you're even a tiny bit sensitive and you don't even like reading, the info on the websites, then I would quickly move on. But anyway, let me start. So, the first voice actor that gets a little mention or gets a whole video out of me, not that that's much, but anyway, the first voice actor that gets to, be fangirled about with all of us is Junichi Suwabe. I know I included his name in the title or whatever, but I don't know, I just wanted to hype it up a little bit. I don't know what I was doing. But anyway, the reason why I've chosen this guy is because honestly, I'm not exactly the most voice actor savvy person, but the number of times he has been mentioned in the comments is like, honestly, now I know who he is, even though I didn't, because so many of you have put down in the comments, hey, oh my gosh, I love this game because of Junichi Suwabe, or oh my gosh, I really like this character because of his voice actor, Junichi Suwabe. So basically now, whenever I see the name, I'm just like, I actually know who this person is. And so it only seemed natural for me to talk about him on my channel as the first voice actor. Now, Junichi Suwabe, for those who don't know him, often has he basically has a very kind of deep, he has a deep voice. So think of characters that would suit deeper, kind of relatively manly voices. So you've got delinquents, you've got players, you've got the kudere characters, and I think he does a couple of Ojisan or Dilf characters as well. It is quite nice to the ear, I must admit. But anyway, let me introduce a couple of games in which he stars as these characters. So firstly, Delinquent. He stars as Higa in Bad Apple Wars. Bad Apple Wars is actually available in English. It's a game on the PS Vita. It's about this main character who dies and ends up in this next life after you've died school place, and you've got these good apples and the bad apples. The good apple students are students that just follow the rules, and they kind of lose their identity almost and just become this, I don't know, this being. The bad apples kind of disobey the rules and sort of maintain their individuality. Higa is one of the bad apples, and he gives off a delinquent kind of feel. I think he was a delinquent in his past life as well. And yeah, so Junichi Suwabe does a really good job of him. Another game that I can think of is Tokimeki Memorial Girls Side Third Story. This game is, one of the Tokimeki, Tokimemo series, so it's literally all the scheduling and picking all your activities, that sort of thing. But a character that he voices is called Kouichi, and I actually quite like him. He's, again, a delinquent. He likes tinkering with his bike, and that low voice really does suit him. He does a really good job. Now, Playboy characters. So the ones that come to mind, the first game is Uta no Prince-sama, or I guess an anime as well, I guess. Suwabe stars as Ben Jinguji in Uta no Prince-sama. Uta no Prince-sama is an idol game. it's basically there's this main character who wants to be a good songwriter, so she enrolls into this school where, you know, there's a songwriter and the singers and they work together, and one of the characters is called Jinguji, and oh my gosh, he is such a player, he is such a womanizer, he's like chatting up girls all the time, and you know, and Junichi Suwabe does a very good job with voicing that as well. I wonder if he's a player in real, I don't know, but yes, he does do a good job. And same goes for Kaname from Brothers Conflict. Brothers Conflict is also an anime, same goes with Danobunin-sama, I guess, but Brothers Conflict is an Otome game in which you are Emma, the main character. She ends up having to live with like a whole bunch of brothers or stepbrothers because her father decides to remarry, and the person he's remarried to has like a ridiculous number of children. God knows what she was doing. She was clearly popping them left, right and centre. It's just... Anyway, one of the brothers is called Kaname, and oh my dear lord, he is such a pervy character, honestly, like so pervy. You're like, what are you doing? But again, Suwabe does a great job voice acting him, and he is an epitome of a player character, and he just does such a good job. You can't help but wonder, is he like that in real, or is he just really good at acting? But yeah, no, Kaname is a very, yeah, he's super pervy. It's actually scary playing that game sometimes. You're like, oh, Kaname, she's so much younger than you. But anyway, moving on. This one, many of you would, you know. As I said, he has quite a deep voice, so I think kudere characters is something he often does as well. And the one that I think all of you know, and you're probably, for those who know, you're probably waiting for me to mention this name, but is Van Helsing from Code Realize. Code Realize is a game about this main character, Cardia, who is poisonous. I know, that doesn't really make much sense, does it? Basically, her body is poisonous, and when she touches things, it kind of melts, almost like acid has touched it. And the story is about Cardia and, you know, the love interest kind of developing together and learning about her past as to why she's, you know, this poisonous, crazy being that she is. And the character that he voices is a somewhat kind of kudere character, Van Helsing. And Van Helsing is this cool and collected vampire hunter, yeah, and yeah, his route was quite crazy actually. Like, I think out of the whole game, his route was the most action-packed, and but you know, he there are all these action scenes, and yeah, he's so cool and collected and just like gets on with like the shooting, bang bang and stuff, and sorry, just knocked my finger. But anyway, I'm getting a bit too excited. But yeah, no, Van Helsing, this cool and collected cool guy that is in all these action scenes, and Suwabe does a very good job voicing Van Helsing. And I think a lot of people are a fan of Suwabe Junichi because of Van Helsing and vice versa. So definitely someone worth noting. This game is also a localized game available in English, Code Realize. It's available on the Switch as well as PS Vita, so do check it out if you're curious about what Junichi Suwabe sounds like. Another kudere type character I would say is Kain from Vampire Knight. I'm sure all of you know of Vampire Knight, a very iconic almost shoujo manga and anime that we have all watched. Recently I did do a stream of Vampire Knight in which I reached the true end for Idol Senpai. Kain appears in this game a little bit here and there too. Again, he's a kudere character, and the deep voice does, you know, do a really, like, it works with the character. Kain is also, so this game is actually available in English, like on the computer, but obviously you've got the anime as well, which some of you I'm sure have watched. And again, kudere character. So you have got, let me summarize those three categories so that I've got it all in my mind. Yes, no, I mean, no, I don't use a script, so this is like all ad-libbing. So you have the delinquent characters, so Higa from Bad Apple Wars, localized game. Kouichi from Tokimeki Memory and Girls' Side Third Story, which you can play on the computer in English, I believe. Then you have got the player characters. You've got Jinguji from Uta no Prince-sama, and you've got Kaname from Brothers Conflict, which also has an anime. Both of those are unlocalized, unfortunately, so not available in English, but you can still, you know, watch the anime and listen to his lovely voice. And then the third category I mentioned is the kudeta characters, so Van Helsing from Code Realize. Yeah, if you like Junichi Suwabe, 100% check this game out because I'm pretty sure you'll like Van Helsing. And then also, who else? Oh yeah, Kain from Vampire Knight, which is also a kudeta character. There is one more type of character that he has played. I don't know if it's like a category, but more like a miscellaneous almost, but it's like the Ojisan, so Dilf type characters, where it's like the older man. Again, those of you who know of Junichi Suwabe and have played this game are probably like, come on Luli, you need to talk about this game. It's Café Enchante. This game is also available in English. It's a game in which the main character inherits a cafe from her grandfather, and it's like, okay, this is cool, except it turns out to be a cafe that is like a gateway to other worlds where mythical creatures and beings come from. And one of the love interests, because, you know, all the love interests are quite unique and different from a lot of Otome games, and of course one of them is a 40-year-old man. Which obviously is a huge age gap from the 20-something-year-old main character. But yeah, Junichi Suwabe does a really good job as this old man character as well. Like, the deep voice kind of works, especially because he smokes, and like, I don't know what it is. I don't like smokers in real, or like to date or whatever, but why is it that in Otome games, when guys are smoking, it looks cool? Why? I don't get it. But I think his somewhat, not quite rusty, that's the wrong word, but almost huskiness in his voice works as Rindo, the 40-year-old man that appears in Café Enchante, and like, he does a really good job. And another Ojisan character that Junichi Suwabe plays, who I have not played this game personally, but another one is Sirius from Ikemen Revolution. So yeah, although in my mind I think of like the kind of player characters when someone says Suwabe primarily because of Jinguji and Kaname. If you're looking for a game with Suwabe in it, Café Enchante is another one to consider, and I believe Ikemen Revolution is available on mobile, although it is a gacha type, like ticket system game, so be careful of your wallets. But anyway, that kind of ends my introducing kind of, you know, games and characters that he stars. I'm going to now include a couple of anime characters that he has voiced, so that, you know, those of you out there who have not played that many Otome games may have heard him in these animes. I have picked ones that I have heard of. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not like an anime buff or anything, so I can't really like describe them or anything, but I've just picked out a couple that stick out to my mind. One is Grimmjow from Bleach. Oh my god. I wish Bleach was an Otome game and you were able to date Grimmjow, because I swear when I watched Bleach as, you know, a young teenager, Grimmjow was like love at first sight. When I saw him, I was like, who are you? So when I learned that Suwabe voices Grimmjow, I was kind of like, oh my god, I didn't know that. But yeah, so that's one character. Another is, as I said, Kain from Vampire Knight. Kain, he is really cool, I must admit, and I like how tall he is, and looks-wise as well. I think he, yeah, I don't know, I think he definitely is probably one of my favourites in Vampire Knight because of the height and like the ginger hair. I don't know, I'm just kind of a sucker for that. And then the third one is Shouta Aizawa from My Hero Academia, which I actually haven't watched. Yes, you roast me all you want. I know it's a popular anime, so I feel like kind of guilty almost for not watching it, but he appears in that as well. So for those of you who may have heard of these characters, like their voice acting, and like, oh my gosh, I know them, play Otome games as well. No, this isn't a recruiting to play Otome games video at all. No, not at all. No, it is, kind of. No, it's not, but it kind of is. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. Hopefully you kind of now, if you like that voice, you can kind of put a name to it, as well as, you know, thinking about the other games that you can go and check out too. I think, you know, this is the point of this series. I basically want everyone to be able to pick out games based on voice actors as well, because I have had conversations with people where they're like, oh, I don't know what voice actor, you know, I don't know what game to play. And then one of the things that some will recommend is, you know, oh, well, if you like the voice acting of this person, then perhaps you want to try this game. And I most certainly have chosen Otome games based on voice actors as well. So it's quite a good kind of way to, you know, pick and choose, especially now that we're getting more and more localizations. But anyway, one thing before I finish, if there is a voice actor that you would like me to cover, please do comment that voice actor below, and I will, you know, see who's the most popular and then, you know, pick one out. I do have the next one I'm going to be talking about is my favorite voice actor, but the one after that will probably be based off of what you guys, you know, say in the comments below. So if there is a voice actor that you really want me to cover, then comments and I will respond with a little heart, or if it's a one I know, I don't know, I'll reply. But anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the future. Bye!